Hey there, Agile Adventurer. Just a quick question. What if, for the price of a fancy coffee or half a pizza, you could unlock over 700 hours of the best Agile content on the planet? That's audio, video, e-courses, books, presentations, all that you can think of. But you can also join live calls with world-class practitioners and hang out in a flame war-free and AI slop-clean Slack with the sharpest minds in the game. Oh, and yes, you get direct access to me, Vasco, your Scrum Master Toolbox podcast. No, this is not a drill. It's the Scrum Master Toolbox membership. And it's your unfair advantage in the Agile world. So if you want to know more, go check out scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. That's scrummastertoolbox.org/membership. And check out all the goodies we have for you. Do it now. But if you're not doing it now, let's listen to the podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday, the Change Leadership episode. And this week we have with us, joining us from Canada, Lilia Pulova. Hey, Lilia, welcome back.
Hello, everyone.
So a big hi to the awesome country of Canada, which I visited a long time ago, only once in a very cold day. I was in Montreal to visit the client. I shall never forget. It was even colder than Helsinki in Finland, which is where I live. So I will always remember that.
I can imagine, and I can relate.
So, Lilia, of course, when we talk about change, one of the things we very often talk about is that it's difficult, it takes its time, it's all about working with people, setting the direction. But we want to go into a little bit more of details. Walk us through one of those processes of change that you were involved with. And then as you go through that process, what happens step by step? Highlight for us the tools, the tips, the tricks, and the techniques you learned back then that you still apply today.
I consider myself lucky Scrum Master because once I had a chance to participate in a real Agile transformation, in the sense that the company decided to go Agile. And that's when I walked in. So they just installed Jira. I was one of the first to enter the first Jira ticket. And it was a very interesting experience because it was a very big company and it was enormous skepticism and resistance because people are impatient. They don't understand that they understand probably but they don't want to wait. Some processes take a little bit more time than, let's say, a cup of coffee to make. And that was the hardest, I'd say, 2-3 months that we had, because every day they would say, okay, what are the results of this Agile transformation? We've been doing it for a week and and then nothing happens.
It's 1 week already. Why aren't we finished?
Yeah, where are the results? You told us it's going to be great, but we don't see the greatness so far. And that was the hardest few months that we were asking, please give us time to make the team, to put them together, to start the project. You will see the results soon. And then at that time, we were working at the internal application for the company. And then after 2 months, when they started seeing first very tiny, slightly small releases, but changes in the application, improvements. Let's say before it would take them 6 months to change the color of the button on the application, and there it took just 1 month. Yeah, but there are other opportunities and there's other solutions to come that can be delivered faster and more efficient. And what I learned that patience and communications can really make a difference.
So tell us a little bit more about it. So I imagine maybe there are, I don't know what kind of sprint length you were using at that time. If you were using Scrum, was it 2 weeks or 4 weeks? But I imagine there was this planning sessions or this review or these stakeholder meetings where everybody, hey, why isn't anything happening? Why don't we see the changes, right? So you were in this kind of conversation. How did you implement that idea of being patient?
We did start with Scrum we did 2 week sprints. It wasn't great at the beginning because it was a brand new team. We just got people from different departments, put them together, started working, and it takes time to become a team. You don't become a team only just because you were put together. It takes time to work together and to understand the real value of this project, the vision of the project, where we want to go, how we want to get there, and what will be our milestones on the way. And as I said, a lot of skepticism and a lot of resistance and frustration that, okay, we were doing it old way and it was still working. Now we're doing it new way. It's been like 2 weeks, 2 months, and still no results. So like, why even we doing it? Why are we investing so much time and money in something that we're not sure is going to work, because the old way did work. And sometimes you just learn how to roll your eyes, I'm sorry, 360, and just keep quiet, do some yoga breathing, but just try not to answer some things like that. Try not to react, because you know what you can get at the end, how much positive value it can bring to the company. So sometimes you just have to learn.
So that's one of the
to
things you
keep
did. You
it.
reminded yourself, this will have an impact. I know this is important, and that helped you to kind of take it easy, let those comments kind of go
Absolutely, yeah.
over and focus on the task at hand, right?
I knew the purpose and the reason why we're doing that, and I knew what we can give a company, let's say, in 6 months, because everything takes time.
And how about the team? Because I imagine that this lack of patience, so the impatience, was coming from the stakeholders, if I understood you. But how about the team? How patient were they?
Team was great. I had a lot of conversations, especially one-on-one, and it helps to... I was able to convince them, just, okay, don't take it personal, take it easy, we'll get there.
So you were kind of helping the team to also do the same, to be patient and let the comments go by, because there's this conviction, right? There's this confidence that, yeah, we are going to deliver. We just have to let those comments go for a little bit, and then we will come back.
Absolutely, because people need to feel appreciated, even if it's just from a Scrum Master. At least somebody has to appreciate them. That gives them confidence and energy and motivation to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. So in that one-on-one, like, what are some tips you could share with us Scrum Masters who need to be supporting teams like that? Even today, somebody listening to us might be exactly now going through the same situation. What tips do you have for us to manage that let's say, the consequences of the commentary with the team, and help them to be patient, to let those comments go, and to be confident that we are going to deliver?
I'd say praise your team, and don't forget to celebrate even small wins. Because that's what usually in day-to-day operations, we forget to celebrate small wins. We all aiming for the big results. But first release, it's already a great result. And it has to be celebrated with the team. And team has to be praised for that, because it's a lot of work. Every even small insignificant release, even just, let's say, I'm exaggerating, but like a change of color of the bottom on the application, it's a lot of work input in it, and people need to know that they are appreciated for that hard work.
Yeah, that's very well said. People need to know that they are appreciated for their hard work. And of course, if the leadership isn't doing it, at least we can contribute to that. So thank you very much for sharing that, Lilia.
Pleasure is all mine.
All right, I hope you liked this episode. But before you hit next episode, here's the deal. This podcast is powered by people like you, the members who wanted more than just inspiration. They wanted real tools and real connection to people who are practicing Agile every day. We're talking access to over 700 hours of Agile Gold, CTO-level strategy talks, summit keynotes, live workshops, e-courses, deep dive interviews, books, and if you're into no estimates, we got the pioneers of no estimates in those deep dive interviews as well. Agile business intelligence, creating product visions, coaching your product owner courses, you name it. You'll get invites to monthly live Q&As with Agile pioneers and practitioners, plus a private Slack community, which is free of all of that AI slop you see everywhere and, of course, without the flame wars. It's a community of practitioners that want to learn and thrive together. It's the best place to connect with community and learn together. So if this podcast has helped you before, imagine what you will get from this podcast membership. So head on over to scrummastertoolbox.org/membership and join the community that's shaping the future of Agile. And we have so much for you. So check out all the details at scrummastertoolbox.org/membership, because listening is great, it's important, but doing it together, that's next level. I'll see you in the community Slack. We really hope you liked our show. And if you did, why not rate this podcast on Stitcher or iTunes? Share this podcast and let other Scrum Masters know about this valuable resource for their work. Remember that sharing is caring.